Hi, I'm Melissa, your Free Range Psychic. Today is December 13th, 2020, and I'm going to do a continuation of my You're Fired saga, as it is still in continuing motion, or I should say slow motion. Thank God, although it was predicted, by everybody that the Supreme Court would shoot down the Texas request for overthrowing the votes of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Arizona. But even so, everybody I listened to would say, well, it's most likely that they will, but there was always this little doubt, and though my guides assured me that it would be thrown out. Oh God, it was so crazy making, but fantastic when we finally got to hear the decision. And I asked my guides what to do the reading on today, and I was thinking of maybe doing like a 3-card reading series on 3 different topics, but they said to do this kind of reading, which is the Celtic Cross that I've been doing, and it's all kind of contained in this reading anyway. So I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Tarot. When I do this kind of reading, I ask my guides to show me the cards psychically, and then I ask them, why they chose those cards, and then they always give me an oracle card for us at the end of the reading. So this is the card that we got. This is Trump continuing to destroy our democracy, or trying to, I should say, continuing to divide our nation. And he and his minions are, although, the reports are that, Trump is pretty depressed and realizing that this election is over. Whilst he's still in the White House, he continues to sow chaos and encourage his minions to rebel. And there was that Proud Boy march this weekend, and I don't know, those Proud Boys. I included the picture of them in their yellow and black skirts. Interesting. Unfortunately, 4 people got stabbed, and I don't know what the details are, but that's very much encouraged by Trump. Sedition, right? Undermining our democracy, undermining law and order. But this is what's continuing. Above, we got this card in the near future in the last reading, part 4, burning down the house. This has now come into his consciousness. This is Trump. This is insanity. This is fear. This is depression. And there were reports that Trump declined to go to one of the Christmas parties after he heard the news about the Supreme Court denying the case to overturn the election. And also my guides wanted me to point out, this is Trump's victim mentality really coming to the fore here. No matter how much he's the cause or the perpetrator of what is happening, he's always going to retreat and withdraw into and project that he is the victim here. Poor Trump. Ongoing witch hunt. Everybody hates him. They've always been against him. And in the near past, this is the King of Wands. This came up the last time in the same place. And this is Trump waiting for the Supreme Court decision, sure that because of the fact that he thinks he hired, those 3 justices, they're going to rule in his favor. So he's sitting in his throne, and he's just waiting, till the Supreme Court gives him his next 4 years. Below, this is the 10 of Wands. My guides say this is Trump holding on to power. or trying to hold on to power as he's in his breach tower here after losing the election. But they also say that this is the GOP. This is Trump holding on to the GOP, grabbing as many as he can, and I believe he's grabbed the majority to walk in lockstep with him. And so they threw in their weight to that Texas lawsuit by the AG of Texas. 126 of the House Republicans say that this is the GOP. This is Trump holding on to the GOP, grabbing as many as he can, and I believe he's grabbed the majority to walk in lockstep with him. And so they threw in their weight to that Texas lawsuit by the AG of Texas. 126 of the House Republicans. And my guides wanted to clarify this card for me. Well, I actually asked for the clarification. And this is the Three of Wands. So this is outside influence. This is Putin. This is foreign money coming in through a secret PAC. House Republicans are funded by this PAC. It's dirty money, laundered money. It's foreign money. Their financial ties are controlled by him, and I want to say erstwhile, or then by another degree, Putin. So he has them, and yes, this could be compromise too. Absolutely, I'm sure there's compromise on all of them. Trump would do that. That's how he thinks. So there's nobody that is under his control or within his realm, doing his bidding, that he doesn't have compromise material on. You can probably take that to the bank. In the future, again, death coming up strong, death on his horse, galloping, or on his chariot coming in. I asked my guides, death, is it physical? Is it metaphorical? They keep on telling me it's physical, and it may be Trump, but I'm not sure about that. So, but I'm gonna just say this is finality here, the finality of Trump's presidency, and it may also end some other people's careers too. The clarifying card. This is the Knight of Cups. This represents the Supreme Court. This represents the Supreme Court with all the cups standing. They are upholding our democracy, and they are refusing to be part of Trump's coup, and basically doing their job. The outcome card. This is the Ten of Swords. This came, I think, in a similar position in my last reading. My guides say this is accountability. There will be accountability. I know that's a big discussion everybody's having right now. Are any of them, especially we're concerned about Trump, but any of them really, Steve Miller, Bill Barr, any of these seditious House Republicans, these AGs, is there going to be accountability for them? Because sedition is a crime. Treason is a crime. Taking money from foreign influences for personal and political gain and power, that's a crime. There is accountability coming. It's going to rain down on these people. So even though people are worried that justice is going to look the other way, it will not. And this is going to be active for quite some time now, because so much criminality has occurred. I wanted to ask my guides a little bit more about the Supreme Court, because it had been forming in my mind about how Trump misunderstood. Well, he's never read the Constitution. He doesn't understand democracy, and he doesn't like democracy. But what he misunderstood about the Supreme Court and these three justices that he nominated, well, these three justices are all part of the Federalist Society. And they were suggested to him by Mitch McConnell via the Federalist Society. Trump, for some reason, thought that meant that they were partisan with him. And they, yeah, I'm not saying that they're probably, they all are Republicans, I believe, but he thought in his transactional mind that this meant that they would put partisanship above the law. Well, the Federalist Society are very clear about what they believe in regarding the law, and although they are right-wing conservative justices, they believe in the Constitution. They believe in the Constitution as it was written at the time it was written, so they are purists. But they are big on states' rights. They are big on following the letter of the law, as our forefathers might have seen it at that time with all the social and cultural mores that were going on. They're very much holding to the idea of what the Constitution in its original form laid out as the foundation of our government. So although they were very happy to have Trump appoint them, obviously they all wanted to be justices, they don't need Trump. They're there for life. And Trump miscalculated that. They don't need him anymore. Once they're in, they're in. They can do what they want. The other thing about the Supreme Court is that they are a powerful body, or judicial body. They're the highest court. And if they kowtow to or bend under a president's will, in this case Trump, they would no longer be that untouchable body. They're not going to give away their power. Once they do that, then they have no power. They will just always succumb to whatever the president wants them to succumb to. They do not want to set that precedent. And Trump being Trump, he, of course, in his ignorance and stupidity, willful ignorance, stupidity, maybe he was born with it, I don't even think he could conceive of that reality. So the state of our union held strong within the Supreme Court, and we're very grateful for it. I just wanted to clear up the mystification maybe of people wondering why that was the case, and I believe my explanation may shed some light. You may have better explanations or can add to that, but that is what came to me, and I think we need to be aware of that. Whatever the decisions of the Supreme Court are going to be in the future regarding issues that are near and dear to us, you know, that's going to rely on what their beliefs are and what they believe is within their realm to weigh in on. But obviously, this was this was not anywhere near what they would weigh in on. Although there were two justices that, Alito and Thomas, that said they would hear the case, but I think it was indicated that they would throw it out after they heard it. Is this the end of these frivolous lawsuits? No, but what I would like to see is people being disbarred, people being reprimanded and not being allowed to go through with these lawsuits. People meaning, you know, the Kraken lady and Jenna Jenna Ellis and Giuliani and all the rest of them. I really hope that this stops. I think I'll ask my guides, this is my pendulum, before I end this particular part of the reading, what they think. There will be, oh wow, we'll see if this happens, but I'm getting that there may be disbarment going on here. At least people being sanctioned. Oh yeah, the other question I wanted to ask my guides, and I did ask them, but I can ask them again, is will these 126 House Republicans be seated? Because there's a constitutional law or amendment that, or some kind of caveat that says that if any member of the government is, or maybe it's the House, I don't know about the Senate, but it shows sedition, then they shouldn't be seated. Okay, so I think it may be that some won't be seated because they're going to double down. I think that Pelosi and the majority of in the House, the Democrats, are going to want apologies or retractions or something, and there are some that aren't going to, and I think those ones won't be seated because they're just going to back themselves more and more and more into a corner. But we'll see what happens. This is a really serious breach in our democratic process here, that such a thing would occur, and there will be, like in the Ten of Swords here, there will be consequences to that. As the Trump turns, or as the Trump Tower turns, we continue. Let's see, it's the 13th of December. The Electoral College meets tomorrow to officially certify Biden as president. So excited about that. And then we have all this drama until the inauguration. But there's a lot of unseen factors here, and we will be triumphant. It's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. So the oracle card that the guides chose for us today is from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle by Rassouli, and that card is, do not be frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful. O Hafiz, don't be troubled by the winds of fall in the meadow of life. Come to your senses. Where is a rose without a thorn? And that is by Hafiz, Sufi poet. Feeling unusually frustrated and irritable is an indication that you are burned out. Your body may be overwhelmed with life's stresses, and you may be missing love and excitement in your life. Hafiz refers to this state as the winds of fall in the meadow of life. This is when we are tempted to run away from others and hide in our own bubble. We forget about the physical, social, and spiritual resources available to us. Hafiz comes as the oracle to help you recognize there are very few times when life is simple. You will find peace of mind only when you accept that there's no need to yearn, envy, and grab for what you want. Every moment is a chance to simply let go and feel composed and peaceful. Let that be your centering renewal. Beloved, your soul is surrounded by lovers who move beyond time. There is an ability within you to live more exuberantly than you have ever imagined. If you are experiencing confusion in your life, or a feeling that things are not going the way that you wish, this Sufi wisdom reminds you that it's time for some adjustment. Surrender to the flow that is guiding you away from what seems to be your comfort zone. Allow yourself to become more aligned and centered within your own spiritual growth. Above all, make time for leisure and relaxation, have a little fun, explore nature, meet new people, be open to new experiences. And I want to interject here that in this time of COVID, some of this stuff is a little difficult, but we all have within our means, even just to sit still, to meditate, to take a breath, to look out the window, to acknowledge and enjoy what is beautiful around us. Mantra: I'm letting go of what disturbs me and causes me pain. I'm determined to overcome the challenges that leave me feeling stuck and frustrated and hopeless. I will be more open to my heart and to the experience of the joy of life. I think we all need to hear that right now during this time. And I am going to take that Sufi wisdom to heart. At this point in the video, I always remind people I am available for personal readings, anything in the past, present, future, in this lifetime, any past life readings, usually ones that are overlapping onto this lifetime. I am a medium, and I can help people connect with those who've passed, and also I love to introduce people to your guardian angels. Saying that, everybody take care. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm going to celebrate after that certification. And I'm also looking forward to the oncoming solstice. I have my solstice tree here with the fairy lights for the occasion. You guys, I love you. Take care. I'll be with you soon. Okay? Take care. Oh, my information, my contact information is below this video in the description section. And also there will be a musical interlude, and it will be at the end of that. Okay. Bye-bye for now.